Good evening, everyone. I am Nikhil Manikanta Bachu from Medworld Expo. So, Medworld Expo is a unified digital healthcare platform where we will help to connect manufacturers, distributors, hospitals, clinics, labs, and all the healthcare organizations and professionals in one single place. It's called Medworld Expo. So, today I'm here with a new speaker, Dr. Paras Singh Jaiswal. Thank you so much for joining today, sir. So before I start, I just wanted to give a quick 2 minutes of intro about you. So it's my pleasure to introduce you Dr. Paras sir. He's an MBA, MBBS graduate from JXU TCM, and currently he's a dedicated ENT resident at BIMS. With a deep commitment to his field, Dr. Paras sir is especially focusing on understanding and managing various health conditions. His expertise and research into noise-induced hearing loss and ear protection are essential in today's world, where we exposed to an environmental noise is increasing. So we are fortunate to have Dr. Paras with today, and let us have this important, meaningful discussion. And looking forward from you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, everyone, and very thankful to Medworld Expo for giving me this opportunity to talk on such a wonderful topic, and that is noise-induced hearing loss. This topic is a little bit very short, but very important topic to talk about. And today I'm going to put some light on what is this noise-induced hearing loss and how we can prevent it. So basically, this noise induced hearing loss, first of all, I want to tell you that this, if it happens, this is irreversible. So it is very important to know that we can prevent it. And before that, I'll just give you all the details related to this, how it happens, how it is classified, how the patients are coming to us, and how we counsel them and how we approach them. So basically, how it happens, the loud noise. First of all, the word itself is telling you noise induced. So there is a loud sound. First thing is, loud sound is damaging your inner ear cells. Okay, inner ear cells or inner structures you are getting they are getting damaged by the loud noise. Second thing is slowly small noises there. Let's suppose I am talking to all of you and continuously I am talking continuously you are listening. That will also lead to the noise induced hearing loss. All the time there is not a high frequency, high decibels of noise is producing a hearing loss. Yes, slow decibels can also lead to the hearing loss, but the exposure should be prolonged, and that also we are going to talk about how much exposure you are getting in which environment and how you can prevent it. So basically, first thing is how it happens, that we have talked about the loud noise. When it is when there it is a one time very intensive loud, like an explosion is happening, that is a one way it will damage to our hair cells. Okay, this is a one thing. And the important thing is, they do not, if once your hair cells are getting damaged, they do not regenerate. That is why we call this as a irreversible disease. Second thing is about the slow noises, the low intensity, the low dB noises. For example, if we call that as a 70 decibels of noise, that is very normal. Normal conversation, whatever I'm doing with you guys is generally safe, but prolonged exposure is again a problem. So till the 70 decibels, we consider this as a safe zone for a conversation. But 85 decibels and above, that you will find where? That you'll ask me, sir, 85 decibels, where I'm gonna find? That you are gonna find in heavy traffics, lawn mowers. Okay, everywhere you are going, there is a horn, there are vehicles. Those kind of noises are produced with a dB of 85 decibels of noise. Okay, that is one way. Another is how much how much exposure we can say that it is safe. 85 decibels, sir, we have to drive a car, we have to be in a traffic. Sir, if for 8 hours you are staying in a traffic, you're driving a car and you're listening to that, that is safe, absolutely safe. And that applies to the workers also. The workers who are working in the factory, for them also same thing is applied, that they people can maximally get exposed to 85 decibels for 8 hours in a day. Beyond that, if you are making them work in your place, that is also a crime. So to know this is very, very, very important. Other thing is 100 dBs. Now we have come from 70 dBs. Now we're going to 85 dBs. Now 100 dBs of loss. Where you will found this 100 dB of law of this noise? You are going to find in loud music. Let's take that example, loud music, which is in our control. We can control that. If you're listening a loud music that is producing noise of approximately 100 decibels, that you can only listen, that safety range is only for the 15 minutes. If you are prolonging that, that means now your inner hairs are in that danger zone. They can get damaged, and I told you that if they are getting damaged, there is no reversibility, so that you have to take care. Okay. Now coming to the next part, 120 decibels of noise. 120 decibels of noise you can get by gunshot, sirens. They can immediately damage the hair cells. If you are getting the firecracker noise which is more than 120 decibel just near to your ear, that can damage your ear cells. So this is a range I want to tell you in daily life where and what degree of hearing loss I am getting. So noises like 70 decibel normal conversation, music on just a 60% of the volume. If you are switching it on a 60% of the original volume, whatever the total volume the music system is having, that is absolutely safe. Okay. And traffic light, etc., if you are there listening to all those things for at least 8 hours, is considered safe. Okay. But if you are prolonging the duration or you are prolonging the decibels, both are equally important to understand. Doesn't matter you are listening to something very low intensity music, but you are prolongly listening. For example, you're listening from past 12 hours, 20 hours, that will be a problem, and that is going to damage your inner hair cells. Another thing I'm going to tell you, how the patient is going to tell you that what problem he or she is facing. Okay. So two type of things what I observe in my OPD is, people come sudden explosion, suddenly they have lost the voice. And next type of exposure is sunai dena kam ho gaya, there is a decrease in hearing but slowly. Then you will take a history. On history you will come to know about the occupation at that of that person, and which is very very important to know. If you know the occupation of the person, from which background he or she is belonging. For example, if someone is working in multinational companies, they're not exposed to loud noises. No. If someone is working in a factory, yes, he is a risk factor for the inner hair cell damage, and that will lead to the noise induced hearing loss. So what symptom my patient is going to present me? The patient will complain of a tinnitus. Now my people will ask, sir, what is tinnitus? A ringing sensation in the ear is called as tinnitus. One symptom is this, sir, ringing sensation. Next, muffled or distorted sound. Okay. The patient will complain you that, doctor sir, whatever the noises, whatever the voices I'm getting, I'm not getting that clearly, I'm not able to understand that. First is ghanti, second is the noises which I'm getting, I'm not getting that purely. Third is difficulty. This is what included in this, difficulty understanding the speech. Whatever the other person is speaking to me, I am getting a problem in understanding that speech, which is hampering my daily day-to-day life. Okay. Fourth thing is, there is a need to increase the volume. The patient will be saying, Dr. Saab, zor se boli, increase your noise, or whatever music or whatever thing he is doing, he need to increase it. These are the alarming sign, the symptoms the patient is going to tell you in case of a noise induced hearing loss. I would love to repeat all these things. Sir, tinnitus, muffled, distorted sound, difficulty understanding the speech, and next is increase, need to increase the volume. Now, this was all about the noise induced hearing loss, what we have to talk. So, we definitely told you about noise induced hearing loss, how the DBs are working, how the hours are working, kitta DB tak it is safe to conversate, and how much is it dangerous, and where you will find this danger things. That all things we have discussed. In the beginning only, guys, I have told you this is kind of a irreversible. This is kind of an irreversible thing. So we should rather focus on how to prevent it. So my dear friends, first thing, you have to three strategies we have to measure here. One is avoid, attenuate, and move away. Okay. Now, how these things are going to work? First is wear the proper hearing protection. That is, you have to attenuate. Maybe there is a lot of noise and still you have to work. In that environment, you can wear the protective equipments. Okay. Now, what type of protective equipments you can wear in that time? One is foam earplug. These are disposable earplugs. You can just simply put it inside during the work or during the rush of noise, and after that you can simply remove it. Okay, this is a one more thing. Second thing is musicians ear muffles. Ear muffle is a earphone type of thing. You have seen people who go for shooting, they wear this, or pilots who are driving the heavy machineries, flying the heavy machineries, they wear this completely covers the ears and the surrounding area also, which helps in the noise cancellation, sir. Third important protective equipment you can use is musician's earplug. Okay, sir. Musician's earplug. Sorry, I'm sorry for the interruption. Hello. Yes. Sorry. So musicians' earplugs, they help. They will help. One is they have a earbuds. So that buds will act as a protective barrier. They will allow less sound to pass through it. Third, fourth thing is custom earplugs. Musicians earplug, custom earplugs is according to the EAC size, according to the design of ear, customizing. So these are the protective equipment you can use to avoid that noise despite you have to work there. Next is control the volume. That is very important. You have weird things, that is other thing. Next thing you need to get aware about is about the control the volume. There is a rule called as 60-60 rule. I want everyone to very much carefully listen to this 60-60 rule. What it is 60% of the maximum volume, whatever, maybe I'm using the mobile phone, maybe using the stereo, or maybe I'm having the music system, whatever the total volume that the system is having, I should only switch on 60% of the volume and not more than 60 minutes at a time. You will not exceed. That is a safer zone for your inner hair cell, safer zone for your ear to get damaged, to protect your ear from getting damaged. And that is 60% of the total volume for 60 minutes. Next is the devices like TV, stereo listening, that you will decrease. Next is take breaks and maintain the distance. You will take break. For example, if we talk about you are going to a concert, in the concert there is a deep 100 plus decibels of noise which is coming, and continuously your eardrum is getting vibrated, and continuously your inner hair cells are getting the signals. What you can do, how you can avoid that, you can after every 15-20 minutes try to go little bit away from the heavy music system. You should not stand in front of DJ beating your ears. You should move little bit away, so that the inner hair cells get the rest. They will again take some breaths, and then again you can go, and this is how you can manage the things. So that was all about the noise induced hearing loss and how you can protect it. And we have discussed important things, and I've told you how the patient is going to come in your like day to day life, how we can prevent it. Yes, this is not treatable, but yet preventable. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful conversation with me and you got all your doubts clear regarding the noise induced hearing loss.
Uh, Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful session. There
Okay.
are some questions from the students, sir.
Yes, please.
There is a question from Shreyan. What are the earliest warning signs of noise-induced hearing loss that people
Ye-
often overlook?
Yes. Tinnitus. The person will be complaining you of a tinnitus. That is the earliest sign where you should go to a ENT person. ki ton ton ton, or there is a noise like toon. These kind of noises will come the earliest to the noise induced hearing loss, and they are the alarming signs where you have to visit a ENT person, and that person will go for an investigation. There is, we use a investigating tool which will give us in a written that this person is having this much decibels of hearing loss, and that is pure tone audiometry. We do a simple investigation, a papered one, where we will decide whether this is a noise induced hearing loss or not.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And one more question from Rupesh. How long can someone safely be exposed to loud noise before it becomes harmful?
Yes, that I have talked about, Rupesh. More than 85 decibels, I was talking about. More than 85 decibel, we should not exceed more than 60 minutes. There is a rule of 60 if you maintain it. And for the loud noises like more than 100, 115, not more than, I think, 15 minutes you should get exposed to.
Yeah, there is a question from Sitara, sir. What are the earliest warning signs of noise-induced hearing loss that people often overlook? It's already
That's that
done.
that I have done. That is about the tinnitus, the earliest, followed by the difficulty in speech. That depends on how much hair cells are damaged, basically.
Okay.
Tinnitus comes earliest, and the level that they are not understanding the word, there is decrease in hearing. That depends how much damage that noise has created already.
One more question, sir. Are certain age groups more vulnerable to noise-induced hearing loss than others?
Yeah, old age groups are more vulnerable.
Yeah.
The result
How does
shows more
prolonged use
worse
of
in them because they
yeah.
in the in the early age groups, your tympanic membrane is working absolutely fine. It will vibrate well, so that there will be amplification process. All those physiology of noise works fine. But once we are aged, more than 60, 55 years, our tympanic membrane becomes a little bit brittle, or you can say it will be non-mobile type of thing. So that will give a direct energy hit onto your inner hair cell, and that will create a more damage. So older age groups are more prone to this kind of damages.
Yeah, there's a question from Bhuvana, sir. Are certain age groups more vulnerable to noise-induced hearing loss than others?
That I have already answered. I hope you got the answer.
How long prolonged use of earphones or headphones contribute to hearing loss?
That depends on the level of noise you are increasing. If you are using at full, you should take break at least for 10, 10, 15. After 10, 15 minutes, you should at least for once remove it.
Okay. There is a one more question, sir.
And
Can
safer
noise?
limit is 60%. 60% of the volume. If you'll use at least for 1 hour, you can continuously listen to that. And after that, you can just take a short break, give them rest, inner hair cells, and then again you can replug it.
Yeah, there's a last question, sir. Where should someone consider getting a hearing test even if they feel the hearing is normal?
You can visit a nearby ENT clinic with the audiometry setup. It's very important, and you should have an audiometry setup because usually we do a tunic fork test. We all have studied in our undergraduate days, but tunic fork do not give in a written. But once we do a pure tone audiometry, we can give it in a written to a patient how much decibels of hearing loss she or he is having. Like, let's suppose I have to, like, person is coming to me after noise induced hearing loss. The person wants noise, again hearing back. So up to 85 decibels, if hearing loss is there, I will prescribe the hearing aid, whatever we wear, hearing aid. That I will only say after doing the pure tone audiometry of that patient. That investigation you will find in ENT clinics only.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. It's
Thank,
been so much insightful for all our medical students and the complete medical professionals who have been attended this meeting. It's been an honor to host you as a speaker for this webinar. Be very grateful. Thank you, sir.
thank you, Medworld Expo. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.